I want to talk about the new AI services at Real Estate Webmasters Agency. And I want to tell you why it's necessary with a little story from last night. So guys, as you know, tools like Claude Code or Lovable or Base 44, they are amazing tools, right? They make us feel like we are coders. They make us feel invincible, like something that used to take 50 hours or 6 months. It just took me 2 or 3 hours to code. And I think we all fall into that trap, right? We spend time, we use ChatGPT or we use Claude or whatever to build out our prompt. We've studied how to make a great AI. And then, myself, I spend 30 minutes and, ask me more questions, like refine it, let's get to the perfect prompt so I can build this thing perfectly in one shot. And of course, even though it really is the AI asking most of the questions and it's the brain, I'm always pretty proud of my prompt when it's finished. I take it to Base 44, and I'm sure you've had this experience as well. I plug it in, it says, okay, I'm gonna make your amazing thing. And of course it gives you compliments as well. What a great project, what a great idea. I mean, you feel so good when you work with AI, right? And so here I am doing my usual prototyping thing. Like when you're making serious code, you're more in Claude Code. But if you're prototyping, you're using something like Lovable or Base 44 or whatever, because the visuals are just so amazing out of the box, right? You just feel like you built the software as soon as it's running. And so last night I was coding something called Nexus. And this tool could save my customers thousands of dollars in professional services when they need to connect various services, whether that's Zillow or Follow Up Boss or whatever it is they need to connect to the REW CRM. And so, got an alarm going off. And so there I am, I built this UI, and I'm only a couple hours in. And I'm like, wow, I'm brilliant, I'm the master of the universe. This AI thing is gonna change the world, it's perfect. I thought of everything, right? And so I'm building this thing, I tested it out, I've got the UI working. There's always a bit of back and forth, of course, because nothing's ever perfect. And then I get to connecting the APIs, and it fails. So that's weird. I had fed all of the API documentation through Claude, cleaned it up, made sure I checked it. It was all right. It all matched the, let's say, Follow Up Boss documentation, REW documentation, Sierra Interactive documentation. It didn't matter. It was all correct. I checked it and I checked it. And I'm running my scripts, I'm running my tool, and it just can't connect. And let me know in the comments if you've ever had this problem yourself, right? And no matter what I did, it kept saying, oh yeah, I found the problem now. That looks like it's fixed. Here, test it. But the test button doesn't work. And the logging doesn't work. Guys, I spent 4 hours last night on one problem, one connectivity problem. And at the end of the day, I actually discovered the issue myself. I went back and looked at some of the documentation and I was reading through it, and I realized that the documentation was dated. And the endpoints for the API, they had HTTP instead of HTTPS, right? A non-secure versus a secure URL example. That is what was causing the issue. And AI couldn't figure it out. And I couldn't figure it out, right? And I don't know why that came to me, probably because a programmer had mentioned it in the past or something, but I just thought to look for that. And this is the difference. You could spend hours, days, or even years if you're not a programmer or you don't have experience. Like, I'm a 22-year technology CEO. I've overseen 60,000 custom projects. And so I have a lot of experience debugging things, testing things, seeing errors. I couldn't figure it out. And I know that realtors out there or marketers out there or business owners out there, they're gonna run into this same problem, right? They're gonna have this euphoria in using AI, and they're gonna tell everybody confidently, I don't need programmers anymore. I don't need designers anymore because I can just make it all myself in a few hours in AI. And it's kind of true until it's not, right? As soon as you run into a technical problem that AI doesn't understand, you're going to need help. And you're going to need experienced help. And that, guys, is why we are launching new AI services for 2026 with the REW agency. Because had I had my programmers last night, I could have probably described that issue in 15 minutes and we probably could have solved it. And those 4 hours I wasted, right? I bill my time out at $1,000 an hour. That's $4,000 I just wasted. I could have been using those 4 hours to polish the product, to find new problems that they also could have helped me solve, etc. So for just a few billable hours of time for support, this app could be finished. And instead, I went to bed frustrated because I finally had to switch from API endpoints to webhooks because I just couldn't get the damn thing to work. And honestly, I'm just like you, right? I love AI, I love playing with the tools. I feel invincible when I build these things. But that last mile, those technical details, when it finally comes to turning it on, when it finally comes to turning on your application and it actually working, I mean, again, let me know in the comments if your application that you thought was amazing just because the user interface looked amazing crashed immediately as soon as you try to launch it, right? Base 44, lovable, they're not reliable. They are really good at tricking us into thinking they are the answer, into thinking that we can run our own businesses all by ourselves just by building AI agents and AI tools. They're not ready yet, but they are so fun, and candidly, they are so powerful. I am not anti-AI, I love AI. We have a commitment at Real Estate Webmasters to use AI 100% of the time, meaning that someone at Real Estate Webmasters needs to use AI in our business in some way every single day. We are all in on AI, but we still need help. AI is not perfect. And so coming in Q2 of 2026, you will be able to hire Real Estate Webmasters professional services to help you debug your AI tools that you're trying to connect to Real Estate Webmasters. Or maybe you just need help connecting to AI tools outside of it. It doesn't matter, right? We're happy to help. We want to gain the experience we need to be not only the only AI agency in real estate, technology specifically, but we want to be far and away the best, just like we are when it comes to SEO or web performance optimization and page speed or web design or custom programming. REW needs to dominate this sector. We believe in AI. We're all in on AI, and I'm really looking forward to launching the new AI services so that I have someone to call when I'm building my apps and I'm vibe coding, right? Because we can go so much further, so much faster together, and I cannot wait to see what the brilliant minds from the customers at Real Estate Webmasters come up with in using these tools in 2026 and beyond. Peace.